Hey guys, Sugar John coming at you with another Awaken Chaos Era video. So today's video is kind of a special one. We did a collab with our good friend IvyLeeGaming. Definitely check down below in the comments section. I will have her links to both her YouTube and her Twitch pinned. She is just now trying to get into Awaken Chaos Era. We kind of talked about this. She knew I was doing a lot of content on the game, and being just that we're very close friends, she decided to reach out and decided that she wanted to really have the teacher show her a thing or two about how to play the game. And the best part about it was this is going to be a part two of a two-part series here. The first part was literally we had to see how well her account started out. Definitely go watch that video on her channel. It's going to make a lot more sense if you go watch that video first and then come back and watch this video. So definitely make sure you go watch it. But it was a lot of fun. We had a good time. As you'll see, some of our banter and it's talking, there's some serious content in here, but then kind of at the end, you'll kind of see where it's like, oh yeah, well, yeah, maybe they were a little bit of friends, But it was a great time. We had fun. I definitely look forward to doing content with her again. We'll probably do a lot more content moving forward. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Definitely leave comments, questions, concerns down below, and I'd be happy to answer them. So thank you so much for checking it out, and I'll catch you guys at the end.
Part 2, let's go, John. So you said, what were you saying about these summons? What's going on?
All right, so you got super lucky, and because you got lucky, you don't have to worry about this as much as a lot of people do. But one thing I've been highly recommending everybody do right from the beginning, and that's just to get yourself in a good rhythm, is when you get your blue shards, your summons for your blue shards, those are your normal summons. That's for your food and fodder. You want to go ahead and pull, I think you have a few of those. Let's go ahead and pull them just really quickly. You don't have to really pay attention to too much to who you got, but we're just going to explain a little bit more as what you're going to do once you summon them. All right, so you summoned your normal summons, and I highly recommend you do this because you get a lot of storage space, but this way it keeps your inventory kind of organized for you. It's a little easier to know exactly what you have resource-wise. So in here, let's back out of here, and let's hit the altar tab on your main screen. So altar is going to be down at the bottom. It's going to be like the fourth from the left-hand side. There you go. If you go into altar and you hit banishment, now this is going to be, and the reason why I'm telling you this is because it's going to help you just manage your account better. That green border character that you got, that little abominable snowman, whatever you call him, he's going to help you because if you click on him, you can hit banish. And when you hit banish, it gives you this stuff called hero essence. So you notice the +1 on the blue symbol? Yep. So if you hit banish, now you're going to have 1 hero essence. And that's not going to be enough to get what we're talking about, but now you have an example of what hero essence is. So if you go back to where we bought those shards for summons by hitting the bartender. So back to your main screen, go to your bartender. Now scroll down until you get hero essence shop. Oh, it hasn't oh, you haven't unlocked it yet. As you progress in the game, you're going to get Hero Essence Shop. I didn't know that you could not get that right away. My free-to-play has it, but I progressed really fast. So I bet you'll progress super fast too. But when you go to when you do these banishments, every 40 of those essences you can get a advanced summoning crystal.
Collect my... Whoa! We did things.
There you go.
Achievements.
You did a lot of things. Look at that. Look at those achievements, guys.
Oh, it's all involving getting all the and pumpkins are chickens, right? Compared to raid?
Yes, pumpkins are your chickens in this game.
Clean.
And your
pristine.
foodies are super important.
Oh, we got an advanced crystal. Yay.
There we go.
Foodie is like the experience that you earn, but you can use it wherever instead of being stuck with one champion, right? Is that what people are saying? It's, yeah.
Yeah, and the nice thing is you can farm for jelly too to upgrade your characters. And it's actually good. You get the same amount of jelly whether your character's maxed or not maxed. So it's really cool. So it's not like raid where if you go to farm, you sacrifice a lot of EXP that you could have used on someone else. You get to build it up and accumulate it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Should I start if you're just starting this, should you go right ahead and put in all those early promo codes right away, or should you wait till you get to level 10 and do all of them, or what do you think? What's your thoughts on all the promo codes? That's a big thing.
I waited until I got to level 10 because I wanted to see how it was as a free-to-play. I didn't do mine until super late. And honestly, I mean, they help you a lot, but right now at the very beginning, when you're just kind of like learning to play the game, it's going to probably slow you down more to try to figure out like what to do with those resources than it would be if you just wait until you get stuck and then use the promo codes, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because by the time you make it to level 10, then you're going to probably need those resources. Whereas if you do them right now, you're not going to need a lot of those resources. Like you're not going to need a whole lot of food. You're going to be able to progress. Like you have a Vera, you have friend units, you have a Santis. You're going to be able to progress super far in this game without even trying, without even upgrading gear or anything yet. So you're going to make it to level 10 before you even use the resources in those promo codes.
Okay.
So I probably wouldn't do them myself. I would hold off on them.
All right. So yeah, so where do we go first? Do I put gear on a Vera? Do we start rolling with her, or do we level her up? Where do we go where do we go next once we did our polls? What do you think?
Okay, so first and foremost, what you're going to do next is you're going to click on that barber again, or the bar owner there, and you're going to go into your market, and you're going to buy stuff in your market. So you see this gold shop where you can get summoning crystals, advanced weapon charms, and gear.
Yes.
You're going to almost buy this out all the time. Every time you log in, go here and yes. As you get, so don't worry about the gear at first because you're not going to have as much gold. But as you progress in the game, you're going to have an abundance of gold and you're going to be able to buy the shop out every day. And you're going to want all the upgrade materials.
So buy the charms and the summoning crystal for now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Always buy charms. Always buy the summoning crystals. There's going to be a few other slight things. Like you'll be able to buy foodies in here, too. Always buy them. But, yeah, I always highly recommend that. And notice that it resets in 5 hours and 8 minutes. So definitely keep an eye on it and come back and grab it. So let's go ahead. What I would do first is let's look at your heroes and let's talk about the teams that you're going to use. So let's figure that out. So that way you have a better idea on who you want to focus on gear-wise. And who you're going to focus on using in your lineups. Okay, so you have a Vera, Celestial Cain, you have Santis, you have Evelyn, you have a Rodira, and you have a Zachary, right? You also have Zachary, I believe. So your main lineup is going to be Zachary, a Vera, Santis, and Rodira. That's pretty much going to be the comp you use everywhere. And what you're going to do is you're going to swap out your Rodira for your Connor because Rodira is going to be your healer.
Rodira?
Connor is going to be your healer.
She's the main.
Rodira is the elf girl. The elf girl on the third page.
This one right here.
Right.
Okay, I see her. So lock her.
Yeah, so she's going to be in game. You're going to use her for Queen of Tides as a healer.
Okay, so she's one of the rares on your list, I take it?
Yes, she is. So she is one that it's okay to take her as high as you want because you're going to use her in Queen of Tides.
Okay.
So she's one to focus on. Connor is another healer. He's a fire healer. Also great character to have. He puts up an attack buff and a shield, as well as heals. And his heals are actually based on attack. So I don't see Connor yet, but you have.
Okay.
You will eventually get a Connor. Everyone gets a Connor. I highly recommend that you do like a 2 DPS, 2 support setup in this game because it works out so well. And when I say do 2 DPS, I mean you want two different elements. So you have a Vera is going to be your AoE wood damage dealer. You have Zachary who's going to be your AoE fire damage dealer, and then you have Santis who's going to be like your water.
Okay.
So you're going to use that kind of as your basis to start out here. And you can use all three. Like I would start off with using Zachary, Avera, Santis, and like Rodira, and then that'll get you pretty far in the game.
Dupes go into themselves as a bonus. How does that work?
Yeah, so dupes you ascend. You always want to ascend your dupes. That is the dupe system in this game. So as you ascend them, they get bonus stats to the trade. So
because I have multiple Charles, I can click both of, or you can only do one at a time. Or does that take resources I shouldn't spend? Oh no, it doesn't, does it? No extra resources to just be like, ascend Charles.
Yeah, it doesn't cost you anything extra.
So when we start looking at stuff here, what about the upgrading using jelly? Do we use that immediately? Do we get tons of it, so go ahead and blow it? Or how does jelly work?
So you're not going to upgrade your characters very fast by just doing battles. Unfortunately, this is not like Raid where like you can just put like X amount of energy and then hit go and your character is 60, right? Unfortunately, it takes a lot of grinding to get your character up there. So you are going to blow through a lot of jelly, especially at the beginning. What I recommend is you focus on 1 to 2 damage dealers at the very beginning, and those are going to get all of your glyphs. They're going to get all your jelly, and then kind of keep your support like 1 level below them. So in your case, you have Rodira is going to be your support. I would take Avera and your Santis probably. Honestly, I would take them up to 2. Like level them up to 20 or up to 3-star, and then upgrade your Rodira to 20, and then just keep keeping that distance going forward. So keep your support one tier or 1 star below the main characters for your DPS, and you'll notice that works out pretty well for you. So that way you can just kind of carry yourself through all the events.
Okay, so like just go right ahead and get her right to 20. So that's a daily quest. Promote
and then the
a
other
hero.
thing too with this game is you're going to want to watch what you use for upgrades. So common characters are what you use for upgrades. You use pumpkins and common characters. That's what upgrades all of your, like, that's how you do your promotions. Your foodies, which you don't have a foodie yet, your foodie takes half as much jelly. So you max a foodie all the way up to 5. So that way you get, it takes half as much resources to get towards getting a 6-star character. Avera, Zachary, and Santis are going to be your best bets.
And then, And when are we going to end up using this Celestial Cane that's actually pretty good? Does he fall into certain place in like certain dungeons or something, or like where?
So that's where it's going to be. Like at the very beginning, you're going to use Avera, Zachary, Santis, Rodira, and that's going to get you probably all the way through normal.
Oh, just progressing through the campaign mode.
Yes, and then once you get through hard, then you're going to kind of find some spots where you're going to just die, and you're going to cuss and scream and whatnot, and then you're just going to say, okay, I'm going to use 2 DPS, and then you're going to put in your Celestial Cane with your healer.
Oh, okay, it's like a more.
So that's what I mean by when I say you run 2 DPS, 2 support. So Celestial Cane is an amazing support.
So blast through content at first as much as you can, and then when it gets harder, you're going to need to.
Exactly, and that's when you'll start slowing down for a second. You'll throw in a support character, and that's where Cane is going to come into play, the Celestial Cane.
And someone mentioned that high-speed Celestial Cane is mega irritating in arena defense.
Oh, it is. It's so infuriating because he puts that invincible kill or proc up. Right. So if he goes super fast, then he just you can't do any damage. It's really
like
cool.
It's really cute. He's Lord of Shadows, like when he's like unkillable on people in Summoner's Glory. You're like, really?
Yes.
You just have to wait, and you're just stuck hitting him until you hope and try not to decrease turn meter, but you keep decreasing turn meter, and you're like, oh my god.
Exactly.
Is the same thing here? A turn meter attack bar, is that in this very prevalent in this game too?
No, it's not. So there isn't anyone who takes away the speed, because in this game, which is, I'm actually glad you brought this up, is so a lot of beginning players, I've been doing a lot of like not account takeovers because they're technically against TOS in this game.
Oh, they are? I was wondering about that.
And a lot of people will ask me for help on gearing. So I'm trying to do some gearing videos, but everybody has speed boots on. And it dawned on me because Summoner's War, Raid Shadow Legends, the main stat you're looking for 9 out of 10 times is speed, especially on your boots, right?
Yeah, it really is.
In this game, you're going to get a lot of speed boots. Speed is not king in this game. It's not going to make that big of a difference for you.
Only for very niche things like.
Exactly. So like certain builds against certain dungeons, you're going to want speed. Arena, yes, obviously you want speed. But like you can't lap a whole team. So it's not that big of a deal to have a character who just goes just faster than the opponents. Because every round, every character has a chance to go.
Oh, there's not like a 2-to-1 ratio or anything like that. It's not going to happen.
You can't do that. Exactly. So say you have 4 on your team and the enemy has 4 on their team. All 8 characters are going to go, and then it's going to start the next round.
Nice.
Yeah. So they eliminated the need to like.
Yeah, I like that. It's really annoying where every game is about speed race. It's actually kind of annoying. You're right. It's maybe
it's very annoying because it becomes a major paywall that a lot of people don't really want to deal with.
Exactly.
That's the gotcha paywall, right? Like, you know, if you're in game and like the only thing you have left to do is arena, well then if you have arena to do, then you're just kind of buying your way into the arena because you need speed gear. In this game, it doesn't matter because you can go as fast as you want, but you're not going to lap anybody. So having a good go second team is really, really beneficial in this game.
You're right. My raid brain would be like, ooh, speed boots. That'd be the first thing I'd put on.
Exactly. And that's the funny thing. It's like 90% of the people I coach, that's what they do. They put in the speed boots, and they're like, when I say something to them, they're like, yeah, speed is king. You got to have as much speed as possible, right? And then when I explain it to them, their mind is blown. They're like, wait, I don't have to have my character going as fast as they humanly can? Like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Gear, if you hit manage gear, that's where you're going to want to gear your champions. It's going to look kind of familiar to you.
Oh, yeah. I saw that. Okay.
Yeah, and it's going to be more similar to like your try on for raid.
Oh, I'm hiding equip. We don't want to hide equip
you don't
because
get charged for switching gear.
Yeah, that was what I liked about Summoner's Glory was they could change things and not be penalized for it.
Exactly. So yeah, which is very nice in this game. So yeah, what I would say is, do your hide equipped, throw on whatever gear you possibly can. You're looking for crit rate, crit damage, attack percent on your damage dealers, just like any other game.
Yeah.
I would focus on getting those stats on your characters, and then
so
you
it doesn't matter if it's like a sword, a staff. It doesn't really matter in this game. Like, no,
not really. I mean, it's all just
really
goes down to if it's a sword or staff, it's going to be the set that dictates what the picture is.
Oh,
Curse set is going to be one of the better sets. Warrior set is very, very good. Assassin set's extremely good for DPS units, but you're not going to get any of that until in game. But like I said, in this game, doing the dailies isn't as resource dependent or detrimental to you as other games.
It's like, okay. Yeah, because I like that. Like, I feel like even in raid, people are so obsessed of having to do your dailies every day, no matter what. But do you really have to? Like, is it really that big of a deal if you just play at your own pace? It's really not. Like, it's really not.
It really isn't at the end of the day.
Raid could be a side game if people want it to be a side game. They just choose to make it their obsession.
Exactly. And the other thing is so even if you were to go do all the dailies for the day, you're going to get over on your rewards. So if you do all your dailies, you've done too much. In raid, where you get your books, in this game you don't get books. You actually go and you get your abilities. You can farm all of your ability materials.
Right here, abilities. Okay. So these materials we're talking about.
Yes. And if you click on them, you can see where you get them. So if you click on them, it'll tell you where to go farm them. And that's the way it is. Just similar to similar to Summoner's Glory, actually, where you just click on it, it tells you where the resource is located. But yeah, in this case, so you can go farm these. The thing is Avera's going to take you forever to farm hers because she is a legendary character. So she's not going to be someone you highly invest in getting your abilities up on. But like Rodira, she's your healer. You're going to really invest a lot into getting her abilities up, and you're probably going to invest a lot in getting her gear up because her heals are based on HP, right? So you need to make sure like the legendary character is going to scale so much higher than the epics and the elites will. As far as ranking up on a character and leveling up. So you're going to do a lot more focusing on like your elites and your epics at the beginning just to get their abilities up and get some of their gear up so that way they can kind of hold a candle to your legendaries.
That said here, the Terra set is good. So would I prioritize this 15% health bonus over getting a random health stat here probably? Or no?
I would, because you're not going to upgrade this gear. So in this case, you're just going to play off your set bonuses because you're not upgrading this. This will get phased out very, very quickly. But if you get the right set bonus, then you can kind of, throw it on there and it'll scale because you get the 10%. I'm assuming you're going to go free to play for a bit.
I mean, if there's a battle pass, I'll do it.
There is, and that's the thing. That's what I was just going to tell you. There is a battle pass, and you're gonna want if you plan on playing the game for a while, you're gonna want the support champion you get from it. But you have to beat some of the campaign to unlock it.
This is like the raid pass. This is the raid card.
They are, and in this game, they're worth it. They give you about $200 worth of in-game currency.
What about what's the best thing if you're just gonna what's the one if we're gonna spend like $10-20 at the most? Like, what would you say? Like a one-time, no whammies? Or no, like monthly. Like if you're like, I'll spend a little bit each month.
Monthly, I would get the silver pass. If you're only going to spend like $5 a month, get the silver pass because that gives you jelly boost.
There's so much more to talk about, though. I feel like we could spend forever trying to go over everything. It's like a little overwhelming, I guess.
It
Whew.
is, and that it's hilarious that you say that and you mentioned that. Once again, I'm referring back to I did a video on it. I did a video talking literally about because this game starts out with so much content to do at the very beginning.
Every game like this does. It is every game. Like it's like, where do I start? Like, you don't know where to start.
Exactly. No one knows a clue what they're doing, what they're supposed to be doing. They're like, oh, I'm going to click here. I'm going to do this content. Oh, I'm going to click here. I'm going to do this content. It's like, oh, yeah, that's great. Oh, man, I'm stuck. What do I do next? Just stay on the lane. Just stay in your lane, bro. Stay in your lane.
Yay. I'm excited to play. But I can't let it consume my life because I have to actually do real life stuff too. Because this is a bad time for me to start playing a game. No big deal.
You have to adult because you're moving to Romania? What?
Yeah, no big deal. I just have to still finish packing up my whole life that I waited until the last 4 days to pack up. I was here for a month and I didn't even pack. Let's just not talk about that.
Let's just not talk. But did you consume some of the alcohol reserves? That's the question.
Yes.
Because if you did, I would say you're winning.
Hashtag winning.
Winning. Alrighty, so as you saw there, that was the general baseline of us trying to get Ivy sorted and get going on Awaken Chaos Era. There was so much to cover that it wasn't even funny. Actually, after we recorded that video, we actually went off. I started my stream. She kept on her stream. We still ended up on a Discord call just talking about the game in general and trying to help each other out because, she was still trying to learn. She's definitely very interested in the game. I think she had a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of learning curves in this game compared to Raid Shadow Legends. But it'll definitely be good and entertaining to kind of see her progression, and I'd definitely stay tuned. We'll definitely have her back on the channel. We'll probably do another a month later update and be like, hey, so how's it going? How did it go? What advice that I gave you that didn't seem to turn out the greatest for you, or what advice was really on point? So definitely stay tuned, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you did, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.